How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast. My name is Henry, and I'm so thankful to have each and every one of you here today because in this episode, we're going to talk about how to step into your positive mind. If you want to create a positive experience, something full of love, joy, abundance, happiness, this is the episode for you. And stay tuned because at the very end, we're going to do some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want for our lives. So how do you step into this? How do you build this positive mind that will create a positive future? Because you must be going through something difficult. You're struggling. Times are hard. Life is hard. You're feeling beat up. You don't see a way out. You see, your frequency is what you frequently see. And when you change your frequency, what you frequently see, meaning what you frequently experience, will change along the way. It doesn't mean all surroundings change. It means your experience in those surroundings do. I use this example a lot, and it's, I think, one that is helpful to understand how the world is not as it is as you are. When you change as you are, the world changes for you. If two people, let's say I have two clients, and they're going to watch a movie, and I call client one, and these are identical twins. They've lived the exact same experience. They've had the same exact trauma, same exact wins. Like nothing is different, and they both work with me. We do the same session every single time. They have no different experiences, and they're going to watch the same movie. They're going to eat the same popcorn, the same drink. Nothing is different. And I call the first one before the movie, and I tell them, I say, I can't work with you anymore. You are by far the worst person I've ever met. Listening to you talk again and again, it's just complaining. You have no intention of getting better. You just want the world to get worse so that you feel better about your situation. I don't want to be around you. I think you're bad to the world. You need to go live your life and stay away from everybody. If I said to that person, but then I called the other person and I said, thank you so much for being a client with me. I learned so much from you. It's a privilege. Not only do you help me be better with your journey, I'm able to help other people better. Like every time I have your appointment, I'm so excited. I just want to call you and tell you how thankful I am for you to be in my life. You see, both those people would have been hit with words which represent frequency that they would have perceived a certain way and would have allowed them to feel a certain way. But then they go watch this movie together, they would not take away the same experience from that movie. The one that was put down, the one that was hurt, they are going to take away the hurt and pain in the movie if they're able to even pay attention at all. The one that got the good news, that's feeling good and loved and supported, they are going to take away those things from the experience. See, the movie is not as it is as you are. That's why everybody, if they listened to the same song, they would have the same takeaway if the thing was permanent and not them. If that was the thing that always was the same experience, but you are the observer of your experience, you're the creator, you're the receiver of your experience. So if you want to create a positive experience for you, you have to start with the frequency that's in your mind. The words that you say. You see, a champion, someone that's the best. We'll use Michael Jordan. Everyone's familiar with Michael Jordan, the basketball player. Do you think he ever said anything less in his mind than he was the best basketball player of all time, that he was the best champion of all time, that he was the best dunker, the best scorer, the best defense, always saying that he was the best? Now, over time, there will always be somebody better, because they have the ability to watch and learn and grow, and you age, you get older, then your time ends. But when your belief is that, you will achieve that. So if your belief is that bad things happen to you, and that's what you say in your head, that you're just waiting for the shoe to drop, you're waiting for the person to deceive you, you're waiting for the thing to fail, you're waiting for the hurt, if those are the thoughts that are in your mind, even if that's been your history, then that will also be the future you create, because you are the observer and creator of your experience, and the main thing you observe is your thoughts. The second thing you observe is your actions. You see, if you go to a restaurant, you say to yourself, I am healthy and I make healthy decisions. I am healthy and I make healthy decisions. I am healthy and I make healthy decisions. You believe it. You say it from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. That's the funnel in which you're perceiving everything. But then you go to that restaurant and then you order the fried food, the soda, the bread, the desserts, all the things that don't align with your thoughts. And then that's what you eat. You, the observer of this entire experience, observe a thought, observe an action, and know that both of them do not match. And then you know that you are not the thought. And so you will create an experience based upon your belief. But if you eat the foods that are in alignment with you, if you take the actions that are in alignment with the thoughts, your belief will shift in who you are, and then you will become that version of it that you are capable of becoming. It doesn't have to be the greatest basketball player of all time. It does not have to be the best bodybuilder of all time or anything like that. It could just be the happiest version of you. It could just be the version of you that lives in joy, that lives in love, that lives in light, that lives in peace, that lives in ease, that lives in all of those things. But you have to start with being aggressive, being proud, being strong with the thoughts that are in your mind. You have to say them again and again and again because that's the frequency that your mind is on. Your mind is set on a frequency. That's what mindset is. What setting are you putting that frequency in? Then when you set it and then you act in alignment, that creates the vibration of that frequency so that you can be it. That's why. This body is like the receiver, the antenna. This mind is the filter, but you are the observer of those things. Because if you're hearing a thought and you're able to observe it, that thought is not what you are. You're the observer of that thought. If your thoughts are running amok and they're bringing you down, you have to change the thoughts because you do have the ability to put a different thought in your mind. You may not feel it. You might be consumed with the depression, the anxiety, the hurt at this moment, but you can still force a thought in your mind. It may not stick at first. But when you say, if you're feeling down, you're hurting, you're having all these negative thoughts, and you just pick one, you might say, I am joy, I am love, and I live in love and light. That's one of my favorite ones. I am love, and I live in love and light. Even though your external world is showing none of it. Your experience is showing none of it. You have to be the spark. You have to be like, it's your experience. So when you start saying, I am love, and I live in love and light. I am love, and I live in love and light. And then you take actions that align with it. Not only does your belief strengthen in it, but it becomes your experience. And the most important thing is nothing has to change externally. You could still be in all the pain, all the hurt, all that bad situation, but your internal being, the actual core, the way you actually feel, the way that you actually take with you, that will shift. You see, when the external world no longer needs to change for you to feel right within, you're in your power. You see, when you don't need the person to be nicer, when you don't need the economy to be better, when you don't need the situation to resolve itself, to have peace within, to have fulfillment within, to have pride within, then you're that thing. If you need those things to accommodate you, then you're saying, I am not strong enough to be me. I am not a powerful creator, which that's what you were made. You were made in the image of the creator, which creates and observes this experience. So that means that's what you do. That just gives you the ability to become it. That's what this whole life is. It's supposed to be friction. It's supposed to be tension. Time under tension is where growth happens. Why do you think that's how your muscles build? How your body builds? How your mind builds? Everything under tension is where expansion happens. So this world is meant to give you tension. So where you're feeling the tension, that's where you put in the work into positive things. You are here to have an experience. You are here to take that experience with you, not the things. You're not going to take your status with you. You're not going to take your job title with you. You're not going to take your money with you. It doesn't matter how far you up are in church, or it doesn't matter how good you did in your business. It doesn't matter how much money is in your bank account. You will die and you will leave all of that behind. But your being, your state of being, your soul, your spirit, that's what you're chasing. Would you rather be, because I've talked to both of them, would you rather be the person in the penthouse that has the money, has the success, has the fame, has all the worldly things, but wants to jump out? Or would you rather be the person that has none of those things, but's able to walk into each day with a smile, feeling ease? You see, that's where the true riches are. Now, it doesn't have to be one or the other. In fact, when we do our meditation, then I'm going to step really into what I'm creating, and you do your version. But it can be both. You can be the person with peace, ease, and love, and success, and then you can give that to the world. You see, if you operate with wellness within, when you get abundance of anything, you're going to expand what you are. So if you want to change, if you want to shift into that positive mindset, if you want to shift into that positive experience, know that you can't blame anything external, even though the things externally can affect you. Your parents could be bad to you. Your parents could be the reason you have mental health issues. Your school, your learning, your environment, those could be the problems, but they are not the solution. Changing them is not the solution, because if you change them and then you move yourself anywhere else, you're still you. You can start elevating you in any situation. It doesn't mean you stay around the things that are hurting you. It doesn't mean they get a pass for what they're doing. Of course, there's consequences, but wherever you point the finger, that has the power to create your experience. So if you point it to them, they have the power. If you point it to me, then I have the power. If you point it to yourself, then you have the power. You are worth it. You are worth fighting for. You are worth shifting your mindset, shifting your experience, being the creator of everything that you have. So we're going to take some deep breaths, and I want to do my story, and I want you to do yours. So I'm really focused on creating this version of myself called Henry Lawrence. This version has his name in lights. This version talks to people around the world, makes heavy impact, is successful both financially and spiritually, is able to receive at such a high capacity that they're able to give at such a high capacity. I want to always be in flow state, meaning what I receive, I multiply and give. That's the version of myself. I want to have a beautiful house, on the lake, a beautiful family, beautiful bank account, beautiful health, beautiful friends, all of the amazing things. I want that experience. And I want to create it in light and love and in trueness to me. So whatever vision you have, we're going to really step into it. Really view yourself. Show your name how you want to see it. See yourself how you want to see you. See your friends, your family, your bank account, all those things in the grandest form, in the most loving form, in the most healed form, in the most accomplished form that you could ever desire. And when we take a deep breath in, imagine that you're breathing in air, and as you view this thing in your mind, view it in black and white first, and as you breathe in, allow the color to just feel everything. Allow the image to become so colorful, so proud, so prominent, so powerful, just full. And as you hold yourself in that moment, as you're holding your breath and you're holding yourself in that moment, see it in action. For me, I'm going to see myself stepping on stage. I'm going to see myself making a podcast episode that reaches millions of people. I'm going to see myself with my family, excited, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I'm going to see myself in all those moments in my mind in color. And as I exhale, I'm allowing anything that doesn't resonate with that, anything that I know is not in tune with what I need to be, and that's people, places, and things, I'm going to blow it out. I'm going to blow it out so far away, and I want you to do the same thing. Allow it to be powerful. Allow it to be amazing. Allow it to be something that if you were to tell other people, they would have to naysay it because they know if you accomplished it, it would make them have to reflect on their low accomplishments, on the fact that they're not taking responsibility for their mindset. So get your image, and let's take a deep breath in. And out. I want to do one more deep breath. This one's going to be powerful for me. I hope you allow it to be powerful yourself. My image for myself is my image. You can use the same one. There's abundance. We can all do the same things. But do the one that resonates with you. And I want to imagine myself, I'm going to see myself on stage. This is a few years down the road. This is where I see my podcast has reached millions. I've been on other podcasts. I've talked to the most influential people. I've helped people on this path of positivity, of love and light and changing things. And I'm really fulfilled at this moment. I'm going to see myself standing on stage. And whether it's right before I speak or right after, I'm going to see and feel the crowd who's tuned in. We're all locked in as family, as friends, as people that have succeeded in so many ways. It's amazing that we all go to our communities and we make these positive impacts. And we're going to stand there, and I want to hear them saying my name. Because I did it. I got to the place I wanted to be. And so you pick the version of that to you. Whatever it is. It could be coming home and just being close with your family. It could be starting that new business. It could be being a doctor and performing a successful surgery, whatever it is to you. But I want to stand there and be in my made it moment. And so when I breathe in, I'm going to hear the crowd saying my name. I'm going to look over. I'm going to see the faces. I'm going to see you there. My friends, my family, all of it. And as I hold my breath, I'm just going to stay in that moment. I'm going to hold my breath in that moment, in my mind. And as we exhale, I'm going to make an agreement with God, with you, with me, that that's my reality. And you do the same in whatever version that is to you. Just be in that moment. When you hold your breath, see yourself holding your moment. You just completed that successful heart surgery as you've been trying to be a heart surgeon all your life. You just scored that goal because you wanted to be a professional soccer player, whatever it is. Get your image. Know that it's truth, that this breath is a commitment. And go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. We all have an experience to have. It's meant to be amazing. It's meant to be challenging. It's meant to hurt because you have purpose to grow. So rise up and become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a different perspective on whatever it is that you're going through. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there as well. And if you're ready to level up, if you listen to these episodes and you're thinking you want to take your business to the next level, you want to take your dream to the next level, I'm looking for a specific client, a specific person to work through, and we'll know it's the right connection when we connect. So if you're interested in working with me, if you're interested in adjusting your mindset, getting into this place where you can do something incredible, something that you don't want to tell your friends, you don't want to tell your family because you know they wouldn't even believe you, but it's so big and you want to make that shift, reach out to me. You can reach out to me Instagram. You can reach out to me TikTok. You can do an email. Again, it's henry@vibeabundant.com. Again, that's henry@vibeabundant.com. It's also down below in the description. Shoot me a message. I'd be happy to talk to you, and we can see if it's the right fit. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.